we're in London.
Yes.
We're also at a friend's studio. Then we met this amazing tall dude. nothing about him shows that he's from Ghana.
From Ghana. Hey, Metichu.
Yes, as it's part of our brand, we like to highlight all the amazing Ghanaians that are doing great worldwide. We travel everywhere and we see Ghanaians owning restaurants, Ghanaians owning big businesses. Then today we are highlighting this model. What's your name? Full name?
My name is Muzake Masaudu.
Say it again.
Muzake Masaudu. But everybody calls me Greatness.
Greatness, huh?
Yes, that's what I like. Well, for what I have now, I think that's the name that suits me, Greatness.
What's the full meaning of your name, though?
Muzake means like remember, like I don't forget, I do remember anything. It's like yeah, that's the meaning if you're to check it out on.
So that means that if anybody does something for you, never.
Hey, Miri Fidao. Just a few.
You made mention that you are from Ashaiman.
Yes.
Is that where you were born?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Ashaiman. We faced a little bit challenges, but yeah.
What kind of challenges?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, it was where we stay now, like it's a slummy area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roman down. So we face like the flood and other challenges, and for me personally, I face like a lot of challenges. So me being here, I'm always grateful for that. Yes.
So where did you school?
All right. So for senior high, I attended Ekumfiti Media in the central region.
So Ekumfiti Media in the building.
Yes,
and
we are
I'm
here.
sure most of your friends are very proud of you.
Of course. When I go live, like I see some of them coming in the comment section being like, "Are you the one? I think I know you from Ekumfiti Media." But I'm like, "Yeah, it's me." And I also university, I think ATU.
ATU, that's
Accra Technical University. But building technology. But I deferred the course to be here, so I might go back. If things goes well, I might go back and continue with it.
Did someone see you to the point that they were able to bring you all the way to the UK and to other parts of the world just to make sure that you live the life that you're living right now?
All right. So first of all, like I was in school, ATU.
Yeah, ATU.
Yeah. So at first I didn't bother about modeling and all that. My attention wasn't there at all. I used to play basketball. I still play basketball though, and I had like my attention on basketball. Even my parents, everybody knew I had my attention on basketball. So I think one day I was just there. I was like, cause a lot of scouts do come to our school. ATU is open. People
What kind of scouts? Is it model scouts?
Yeah, model scouts.
Okay.
They come to the school. They be like, we want to scout you, blah blah blah. And at that time, I didn't like, modeling. I didn't like it. So I'm like, no, because my focus was on the basketball.
Yeah.
Every day, even when I'm in school, when I'm in class, I just sometimes skip some of the class, go to the court, play basketball, because that was my focus. Then one day I was like, why don't I try, since like everybody keeps asking me, like everybody keeps, are you a model? We want to scout you. So I started, doing some research, sending a lot of agencies like messages, even meeting some of my friends, like making friends with like some of the Ghanaian models like Kwame, to show me how to walk. Like we did it for one day, and at that time,
just a day,
like to show me how to walk, and we didn't do it again. Like it was just a random day. So I was just there. I followed one model called Momain, because I was going through his stuff. I followed him. He's called Momain Jangani. So when I followed him,
is he also a Ghanaian?
Yeah, he's a Ghanaian.
Okay.
He's doing well, like everywhere. He's now in New York. So I followed him, and I liked most of his pictures, and I think he saw my likes and all that. So he followed back and texted me and be like, are you a model? I'm like, nah. I was like, okay, so I want you to go see my agency, like my agency in Ghana, which is Yafan Models. So I was like, okay, cool. At first I doubted it, like I wasn't giving my attention to that. So he texted me like 2 times to go. Then I was like, okay, cool. And I went there. They saw me and they're like, well, they liked me. It took weeks or some days. Yeah, I don't remember. Like I think week or some days. So they like, that was when I was signed to an agency in Paris, which controls like everything in the Schengen country for me. I was signed. That's when the training begins. How to walk, how to have like the modeling, like everything about whatever you need to know about modeling.
So you did your training in Ghana?
Yeah, training in Ghana.
Yeah, I never knew we had like such agencies in Ghana.
Yes, we have like I know about, I think 3 or 4. I don't remember, but I know my agency.
Legends.
Yes, Yafan, BT. Yeah, these 2 I know they are legends because I have friends that are from BT. Yeah, I feel like when I started, it was difficult because I was a little bit masculine, like I had muscles. I used to go to the gym, so I had to lose every weight, like everything.
Was it part of the
down.
Requirement?
Yes, to get to where I am.
A model doesn't need to have a bit of muscular physique.
No, it depends on like what the client wants or what the agency wants.
Yeah,
you know, or how the agency wants to project you.
Yeah.
For my projection now, I feel like they are projecting me with the high-end brands.
Okay.
And if you check my profile or my portfolio, you see me doing the high-end clothing brands. So I feel like that's why they wanted me in this shape. And I feel like that's what the clients or the brands want. So that's why they had to go through all that. I had to be on diets.
It's interesting.
Yeah, a day I could, I think, a day I could take tea with bread, then sometimes just rice and that's it, or sometimes tea with bread and that's it, or with egg.
There's a lot of discipline.
Yes. So I don't know, up to now I could go like a day, like the whole day, and eat at night without eating. Like I could go the whole day without and just eat at night.
When did you make that journey to this part of the world? How was the feeling when you even got here? Because coming all the way from a shaman to Europe to the UK to New York, there's a sharp contrast.
Yes.
How was the feeling?
Okay, first of all, when I got signed by my mother agent, my mother agency in Ghana, and I told my parents about it, they didn't like it. They don't understand.
Yes,
they don't understand everything.
Kind of like work, business, kind of like lifestyle.
Yes, they don't understand it. So when I told them, it was kind of difficult to convince them to, be in line with me and all that. It got to a time, like I would say, the perspective we have about modeling in Ghana. Like
we'll get to that.
Yes, so they yes, but they weren't supportive of that because they feel like you do this, you do that. What the perspective is all about. So I had to convince them, which later got me a little bit, should I say like grudge, or I don't want to use the word grudge, like
it created problems
with my family. That I wasn't in talking terms with my dad. I had to be begging every time. I had to be, even my mom also had to be talking to my, you know what mothers are like. That's why I love my mom. Like even if she doesn't know what it is and you bring it up to her, she still feel like, okay, since you think it's good, do it. So I'll try to talk to your dad. So my mom was also talking to my dad. I was also but my dad didn't want it at all. And also, like, I would say my family, my uncles and all that, like none of them didn't like it, and nobody was like ready to talk to me and all that. So because of that, I had to leave home because I was getting like a bit traumatized. A lot of fears and traumatized. I had to leave home, go to the agency to live there. And sometimes call my mom, we talk. Maybe weekends I'll just go back and live there. Like maybe if I go Saturday, I'll leave there Sunday. Because I don't want any quarrel or anything at home. So I just live there because And yeah, when I left, like when everything went through, even still my dad didn't believe. Everybody didn't believe, even after everything going through.
Yeah.
So I had to. I think the day before I got. And yeah, when I left, like when everything went through, even still my dad didn't believe. Everybody didn't believe, even after everything going through.
Yeah.
So I had to. I think the day before I got my visa, I went home, told them like I'm about to fly. Still my dad didn't believe it. Still my dad didn't believe it. So
Shout out to your dad.
oh yeah. Now he's proud of me.
Is it?
Yeah. Now he's praying for me. Hey dad, I see you. Now he's praying for me every day. So yeah. When I told him about the visa, of course he was seeing everything as scam. Like I understand parents though, like they're overprotective and all that. So when I brought the visa and all that, he was a little bit skeptical. About it. I'm like, okay, so now how do I even convince this man? But I didn't say anything. I went back, started buying some stuff that I'll travel with. Yeah, and even my mom bought most of the stuff for me. So yeah, I think the day of the flight, that's when I called. That's when he believed that I was going. Yes, and my first stop was in, I think was it in Milan or Paris? In Milan, yes.
Okay.
And I had an exclusive with Prada. That was my first job. So Prada flew me from Ghana to Milan. So I was with them for the whole fashion week, like Milan Fashion Week.
Yeah.
I did the show. If you check, like that's my first show. Yeah. So after that, from there we went to Paris. From Milan to Paris. So Paris, I did some few shows, which I'm grateful for, because it's not easy for you to bag shows in Paris. There are a lot of models.
I know. There's so much difficulty in that.
Yes.
A lot of people.
Yes. A lot of models from other countries.
Especially agencies.
Yeah.
Because I know for the modeling world, there are a lot of amazing, beautiful, pretty model figures that are always trying to get to work on fashion shows.
Yeah.
So if you've had the opportunity to be doing that, then I think there's something very special about you.
Of course. I think they see the speciality. They should keep seeing it.
Yeah. So then Paris. Then what was next?
So after Paris, I did like few shows. That was when I did Dior, I did Egon Lab, I did what was the name? I did like 3 or 4 shows. I don't remember some of them. So from there, I think I had to come back to Ghana. Well, I think I had to come back to Ghana. So I came back to Ghana, relaxed for a while, and came back here again. And for London, I came here, I think in, if I'm not, I think in mid of the year. Let me just say mid of the year. Yeah, that's when I was signed here in London. So I came here like last year. Everything I'm saying just started last year, and I'm still going.
Yeah, that's like so fast.
Yes, I know, right? Like sometimes I feel like, oh wow. I'm just grateful because looking at looking at other models, and like where I've gotten to, like some of my friends that we started together that couldn't continue, like that had to drop out. Like I'm grateful. Sometimes I even feel like I'm not doing much. I want to push myself, but you push yourself too much, I will beat you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just have to relax and let everything flow.
Well, that's very motivating and an interesting life. So what is your favorite thing about being a model?
Oh, okay, so I would say the one, you get to meet, like, you get a lot of connection in modeling. Like, you get to meet new people, you get to meet like new people of other, like, other race, like, and that's where, one thing about modeling is when you meet other races, like the way they treat you outside that's not the way like the modeling industry, like the friends that you have in the modeling industry, that's not the way you have been treated. So I feel like I see the fashion to be like a home for me. Like
so when you talk about treatments, especially with other races, you people are more like a family, or there's this kind of should I say hatred among you guys, or what do you mean by that?
No, I mean I'm not saying racist, I'm saying race, like so like what we see outside, how they treat us, how they treat other other race or other colors and all that. But when you're in the modeling industry, right, when you're in the fashion world, like with your friends, like who are from Asia, who are from this, we all see ourselves as brothers, and that's one amazing thing I like about modeling. That's one amazing thing I like about it. We talk, we vibe, we go out, we have fun. Like that's the best thing I like about it. It brings us together. Like that's what I would say.
And you models, especially the guys, you've been taking all our girlfriends from us.
Oh no!
Immediately we go out with male models, and the ladies see you now. The ladies start walking to you guys. Do you guys, especially you personally, do you have ladies DMing you and sending you messages saying wanting to just be with you? Do you face that kind of? Truthfully, do girls worry you?
I would say yes, but
you're enjoying it.
No, I'm not enjoying it. I like being private about like everything.
Yeah.
Because I came from a humble beginning, so if I see like all this stuff's coming up, I see it to be like distraction. So I don't even like take my mind. Like put my mind on that stuff because I know where I'm going, so I don't focus on that stuff.
Oh no. Okay, so now let's talk about Ghanaian modeling industry. The current status. I feel there are a lot of potential models in Ghana.
A lot.
For them or anyone in Ghana watching you, what do you think, or what advice would you give them so that they can be able to get to the stage that you've got into? Let's say somebody's interested in modeling. What do you want to tell them? Like,
well,
how should they start? And which direction should they go? Because I know a lot of models are lost in Ghana.
Yes, I know that. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I could go live on TikTok, whenever I go live on TikTok and other models join from Ghana, and they talk about like the way they are treated, the way other agencies in Ghana treat them. Like I'm talking about those doing the Ghana runways yes. I feel like it's really bad. Because I could hear some stories and I'm like, no, it shouldn't be that way. Why would I pay for
auditions?
Audition?
Or even pay to be part of a modeling agency?
Yes, because after working, you're still going to take like percentage out of my money. That's one thing I feel like it shouldn't be.
I think I'm even aware that models pay to be part of an agency, right?
Yes.
And sometimes they can even go for a fashion show, work on a fashion show and never get paid.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Because they come on my live and they be like, they ask us to pay this amount of money to be signed. I'm like, why should you pay an amount of money to be signed to an agency? If the management or the agency is seeing a potential in you, he signed you, you work with them, whatever percentage you feel like, okay, this their percentage or this what they will take out of your money. If you feel okay with that, then you sign the contract. But why should you ask them to pay when they go for audition, they get to work, you take money again from the little amount of money they pay them during the runways and all the shoots. So I feel like if you're going to do that, don't you think it's because in Ghana we don't have that kind of, should I say, investments in the modeling industry? So what maybe probably these agencies are doing is that they are
grooming people, but they're also trying as much as possible to also groom these models, because there's no money in modeling in Ghana, or there's little money to be made if you are modeling in Ghana.
Well, I think you are right, but you should also consider where some of the models are coming from.
Yeah.
Because some of the models, like, that's the only thing they do.
Exactly.
That's the only thing they do. So if you're going to be taking money from them, and also when they work, they pay them like little amount of money. Like someone mentioned the amount of money they paid for like a show.
Yeah.
I'm like, no way. Well, I understand the situation that we are in. But it's not okay, like, to be paying for this and also going for this. If you see the potential in the person, just help the person, and whatever contract that you sign, it's okay with that.
So, is there any agency that you would want to recommend that you feel Ghanaian models, especially those that have potential, should send them an email so that they can also try and create contact with them?
Yes, my agency is the best in Ghana. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
It's the biggest agency with the big models. That's Yafan.
Yafan, okay.
Yafan models.
We'll put their Instagram handle there. So.
Then also, I know of BT. There is this one agent, BT models. Yes, they have Rodney. They have like few models.
Yeah.
I'm coming. Let me check this agency. I don't know if this guy has put it in his profile. I have it.